There it is. I'm getting hit on both. Getting hit on both. Look at this. This is nuts. All right, I am back at Mattawoman Creek. There's the launch right there. I am out here primarily to try and catch a couple catfish. Catch and release today. I'm not keeping anything, don't have a cooler or anything. But I'm also, of course, going to have the secondary option of largemouth bass, yellow perch, eels, carp, whatever. And, of course, the magical little snakehead that I still have not yet caught. Even though in a video you probably already saw, my last video at Burke Lake, I did miss 3 of them. And the last one I missed at the end of the day, I didn't have any camera, I didn't have any juice left in my GoPros. I ran through all 5 batteries and it was a big one. So I need redemption on the snakeheads. But the weather is kind of doo-doo balls, but the fish are already wet, so they don't care. I know I'm fully and completely gonna get soaking wet today, but I got my thermals on. I'm not gonna get cold like I did last time here at Mattawoman, and it's also a little bit warmer anyway. It's about 2 o'clock right now. I'm out here a lot later than I planned on. I planned on being out here at sunrise, as a matter of fact, but yeah, I woke up and it was just, bleh. It was like 49 degrees, and I'm not sitting in 49 degrees and rain. It sucks. It's not fun. It's about 66 degrees now, which is entirely doable for me. I have no problem with that. I'll just keep moving if I get a little bit too chilly, but I'm not going to go too far. I might go towards the mouth of the Potomac instead of going farther up the creek today a little bit when it comes to catfish. I want to see if the channels have any difference when it comes to the tide, but I'm going to shut up. I'm going to start casting, and we're going to have a good day. I'll be back. That's the best skip I have ever done. Yep, on we go. That was a snakehead behind me. Definitely just heard a big blow up. That was a snakehead in these lily pads. That was a good hit. That was a good hit. Something just hit it right there. Yeah, there's definitely something back in there eating. So why is it now this chatterbait is actually chugging like it should? It wasn't when I was at Burke Lake. I don't know why. It wasn't hitting the way it felt like it should have. A couple of wood ducks. Snakehead. Right behind me, snakehead. Honestly, I don't know how I'm going to retrieve a snakehead if I get a bite back there. I'm just crawling this rage bug through all the gunk. That looks promising. I hear snakeheads back in that stuff. That's a carp. No, not that. That's not how you do this. That's how you do that. And then you check your line. Make sure it's not all jacked up and almost lost the lure. All right, that's good. And then you run into everything because you have no control over your boat. That's good. The only thing I'm operating right now is I don't have any data points to work with right now. Check the line. Line's good. Let's get the Garmin on. Let's see what we can see. So it's pickerel goo on it from last time. If I actually plug the battery in. Yeah, dope. There, that should help. Alright, time to do kitty things. Kitty, you degenerates. I do kitty cat catching things. Piece of chicken liver. First one going out. Got 2 ounces of lead because this time of day the tide is kind of rolling. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop that bad boy in there, tighten her up. Get rod number 2 ready. Rod number 2 only got 1 ounce. It's a pyramid sinker, not a bank sinker. So we're gonna see if that has any real effect on whatever's going on. Right as I was getting here, there's a gentleman showing up. His wife and his kids were in the car. I guess they followed him here. They didn't believe he was gonna go fishing in the rain, which, hey, I ain't getting into that. But yeah, I was like, yeah, just right there in the middle, right off the launch there, and the launch is still right there. I'm probably only maybe a half mile away, a quarter mile maybe. I am not far away from the launch right now. But yeah, I was like, yeah, just chuck it out in the middle. There's a river channel. If you stay in that river channel, you're gonna get hit. About 4 minutes later, he had a fish to show his wife and kids. He thanked me, and I said, no problem, amigo. You got it. If I catch any more and bring them back, they're his. So I'm gonna try and get some fish to bring home to that gentleman for later, so him and his family can have a good meal tonight. The last ones I got out of here were absolutely delicious. Family had a good time eating them. Just set the lines and lean back and see what happens. I'm kind of right on the edge of this river channel, as you can probably see here. That's the edge. I'm right there. So now that I know where I'm set for a while, I'm gonna go ahead and power off. So I don't actually plan on moving. I got spot lock going on the old trolling motor. So I'm gonna keep everything squared away here and not move. Get the shades on. Bald eagle up there again. Yeah, we decided to pop over here for a little while closer to the spot because I found the deepest spot I've seen so far just to my right here. It's about 18 foot. I'm at about 16 and a half. And there's life. There's definitely life down there. Don't know how much of it is catfish, but there's definitely life. Either way, I'm kind of hoping that the fish I caught a few minutes ago were actually on film. I don't know if they are, I don't know if they weren't. I've been having a bit of an issue with this camera today. Oh, there's a bite. There's a bite. There's a bite right below the boat. There's a bite. Well, if the other two aren't on film, well, now you guys can see that I have caught a fish. Blue cat. Fish number 3 on the day. Not keeping these guys. Not right now. Not at this size. Even though those are sandwich-sized fish. Delicious little sandwich-sized fish. And he actually was kind enough to leave me a little piece of chicken liver, so I am going to throw that right on back. And put it right back in the holder. Didn't even have to get myself dirty on that one. Yeah, those little squeakers. I had a trip, I might have mentioned it in my last video, but I had a trip across the river. I was in Leesylvania State Park with my dad several years back in my bigger boat. And we anchored out near the power lines that go across the entire river under one of the pilings. And we were just dropping little, you know, 1.5 inch, 2 inch. We got a bag of salad shrimp, nothing fancy, but threw some garlic salt in there, toughen them up a bit. And in like 4 or 5 hours, we caught probably 140, 150 little fish. And about every single one of them was that size that I just caught or smaller. You know, there are times when this river is completely overrun with small catfish. You know, that 31-inch behemoth I got last week, or last time, was it might have been a bit of a fluke in this particular section. I'm hoping it wasn't, but it might have been. But again, that's why I brought a couple different kinds of baits. And if I go farther down towards the main stem, I'm getting bit again on this one. It's probably something small, but that's the chicken liver. Bloody stuff. It definitely works a lot better than the shrimp, I'm learning. So we're gonna see what happens. Something that small, that felt like a bullhead. It was not a very big fish at all just now that was doing that. That was a good hit. It was a good pop anyway, and it felt like another small one. And he definitely moved that bait. Oh, I got him. I got him. I managed to get that one. He's digging. He is digging. He's another little guy. Nothing big, but he's digging for everything he's got. He ain't gonna win, but he's digging for everything he's got. That's probably the best one of the day, actually. See, that's what I would call a good eater size. A really good eater size cat. But I'm not keeping any today. Oop, and quick release. That's a good, probably about 1.5 to 2 pound blue cat. Beautiful fish. They are beautiful fish, but they are slimy little knot rockets. And yeah, just gonna let them go. There you go, buddy. He spit my shrimp back out on me somewhere here. Oh, did I just get hit? Oh, there is an errant piece of shrimp somewhere in the boat. Guess he pitched it at me. So biggest fish of the day so far came on a chunk of shrimp. That's an interesting turn of events. Pitched the tail off, hooked me another one. But instead of casting out, I'm gonna move back up the river a little bit. Okay, so here's something I didn't know existed on this fish finder. Tides. Local, Indian Head, Maryland. This shows me where I am, where the next high tide is. That is cool. That is absolutely cool. That's gonna be a game changer for me using this unit. Ah, that's cool. The next high, 29 minutes, low is 6 hours from now. Not gonna be much of a sunset. I don't think I'm gonna fish until sunset. Yeah, 2.5 hours to sunset. And I think that's as long as I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna start heading back after sunset. I can be loaded up and out of here by the time sun goes down. And it's about an 1.5 hour drive home from here. So today was kind of a spur of the moment thing. I was just annoyed about the weather this morning. Yeah, it's not something I usually worry about too much, but I didn't feel like sitting in the cold. And I hope I got all the fish catches today on film. I hope I didn't have it off for the first two, so you all have seen at least two, and both blue cats. I lost another good one, probably an eel, based on the way that it hit and didn't actually take anything. I move into this little hole. There's a tiny little dip right there. Get a little bit deeper here. There's a school of fish right there. A little catfish call. And now we wait. Chicken liver on this rod. I got shrimp and chicken liver on that rod. See which one gets pinged first. So we are getting very, very close to high tide right now. And when it's totally slack, nothing's gonna move. I've never actually gotten bit in a tidal river when there's no water movement whatsoever. So we'll see what happens. A lot of wood ducks. Just watch that osprey get down and grab something. Looks like a shad, but he hit right here. That was cool. Osprey, I think it might be the same osprey I saw last week get something. They are very, very efficient. And like I said last time, they will only eat live prey. They will not scavenge. They're the only bird of prey that will not scavenge. And that's pretty neat. We're about 3 or 4 minutes away from my last spot that I'm going to hit for the day. It's just going to be right in this river channel, but farther up where I got that big one last week. I just haven't had a lot of luck on the other spots. They've all been little dinky dinks. But it's all good. I'm not complaining. I'm still catching fish. It's fun. But there's a narrow cut up here is where I'm going to stop. Water must be moving out now. I don't think we were past high tide though. Well, we might be. But tide shouldn't really move too much towards the peak and towards the low. Everything gets exaggerated in these smaller spaces. A pretty good sized beaver hut over there. All right, coming up on my spot. Gonna go to that point. Spot lock on top of that point. I think that's bald eagle in that tree up there. All right, we're coming up on it. So this whole channel is only about 80 feet wide, so that's why I like this spot. It's kind of a bottleneck. It's a natural bottleneck. All right, let's see what the spot lock wants to do before I do anything, because it can be aggressive sometimes. Wait, that's going out. She gonna leave our. Yep, that's an eagle. I thought that was. Yeah, bald eagles did not make the sound of a scream. They kind of chirp like that. The scream is from a red-tailed hawk, I believe, that when you hear in all the silly memes about eagles and whatnot. All right. Put that in there. Don't know why I'm turning backwards, but hey, we're gonna make it work. So we'll get that one out there. We'll throw this one out there. Upstream and downstream. And we'll see what she'll do. Oh, there's a good hit. That's a good hit. That's a good hit. That's a pretty good fish, I think. Yeah, it's a good fish. Or a better fish, at least. Yeah, a little bit better fish. A little bit better fish. Fish number 5 on the day. He thumped it. Just gonna pop this out. Let's go. All right. A healthy little blue cat. See, this is what I was saying. I don't know what their diet is, but that looks decidedly like algae coming out of his pooper. I don't know what they eat, but they tend to eat a lot of it. He's got worms. See these two through his skin. Yep, wouldn't be eating you as soon as I saw that there, buddy. But you're going back today anyway, so have a good one. That was another good hit. Just like I thought this spot was going to produce. It's a natural bottleneck in this part of the creek. I was in some kind of schmutz over there. I gotta switch this out. Piece of chicken liver. Because that's the only thing that's producing right now is something bloody. I might try steak again. I mean, that's used to be the only thing I used, but with the price of things these days, let's just say there's a reason I didn't reach for the stew meat before I grabbed a thing of chicken livers. Everything else seems to have gone up except for, you know, the cheap stuff. And if cheap works, cheap's gonna work. Cheap is gonna continue to work because cheap's gonna get bought. I have a feeling blue cats are a lot like garbage cans. You know, you can catch them on the technique specific stuff and, you know, target them directly, but I think they'll just hit whatever the heck is out there. I've caught them on pieces of crab, I've caught them on shrimp, I've caught them on chicken liver, caught them on cut bait that's fish. Yeah, I've caught them on a little bit of everything. I seriously just got a hit on a bare hook. I'm getting a hit on a bare hook. What the hell? I thought I felt that. There's nothing on there. There's literally nothing on there. It's a bare freaking hook. That was weird. Whatever it is not the brightest fish in the Potomac River here. That said, I'm willing to bet if I left that chicken liver right there, I could get a hit on it. I got that feeling. I think it could work. It was probably hitting this little scrap remnant. What the heck? That was weird. That was really, really weird. That one's over there. This one is gonna be over behind me again. Hello, osprey. Again, I don't particularly like the idea that I'm facing this direction and I got lines out behind me. I'd rather have lines facing out at like 10 and 2, but it is what it is. I make do with what spot lock gives me right now. The wind also kind of affects it as well. Got some fish coming up right beneath the boat here. One thing I will say about blue cats more than channel cats is, you know, they'll hit it and they will absolutely run with it. They do not mess around. I'm going to put this line out that direction so I can have them both facing one side. A lot of stuff beneath me right now. Looks like some fairly sizable fish down there. So action has not been nearly as hot and heavy as it was last time. And then again, it's, you know, weather change and much different time of day, and I'm not timing the tides as well as I probably could. But still got 5 fish in the boat. Missed the last one, or I missed another fish. I didn't miss the last one. Obviously, you saw the last one. That was one of the biggest fish of the day. No big chungus this time. No 31-incher. This is actually the spot where I got the 31-incher last time. And the eagle flew away. Darn it. Nope, the other one just took off with it. Neat. Can't tell if something's playing with this or if it's just dragging on the bottom. Feels like it's just dragging. I think that might just be current action as well. The hits from these smaller catfish are more of a pop, they shake the end. They grab something, try and swim away with it, hit the rod tension, and then they freak out when they feel the hook. There's a barred owl over there somewhere. Fairly large and or old one. I don't think I've heard one with that kind of tone before. It's a deeper tone than I'm used to hearing. 2 rods with chicken liver and I haven't gotten hit yet. That's kind of surprising. Very surprising, to be honest. I don't like the look of that. Yep. There's the eagles again. Eagles chasing an osprey. I don't know if you can see it on video. Again, the eagle's trying to harass an osprey because it looks like it just got some food. The rain's back. Thought that's what was going to happen. Maybe the weather shift will affect the fish. Oh, getting hit. Getting hit. I think he might have hooked himself. It's small. Yeah, I think it's just a little guy. He's hooked. Oh, he's definitely hooked. Just a little guy. Channel cat. First channel cat of the day. I like channel cats. Look at that. Yeah, pretty little channel cat. See, that got a smaller mouth, but oops. Anyway, that's your standard channel cat. And he even left me my bait. How nice is that? Oh, very, very courteous of that little guy. What I want to do is go north and get a big old channel cat out of, you know, like Manitoba or something like that. Yeah, the current has definitely shifted to moving out because now I'm facing this direction instead of facing over there, because the wind is still the same. The wind has not changed. That's why some of the small fish that tend to take your chicken livers and run off with them, and then you go to set the hook and you just feel a pop pop and then they're free. Either it's an eel or it's a channel cat, because the smaller channel cats like that guy, like this one right here probably, have a smaller mouth to them, and it's very difficult for some of them to actually get it into their mouth. Yeah, that looks like a... I think he just felt the hook. Yep, he's hooked. All right, buddy, you're coming in with me. Yep, just like that. It's exactly what I'm talking about. I felt it. He was on there. I went to set the hook and it went pop pop. You probably heard the fishing line like a guitar string right there. He just took it and left me with nothing. Cheeky bugger. Another thing with catfish is it really doesn't matter if you leave the hook exposed. Like trout can be a little finicky and stuff like that, but catfish, they don't care. They do not care if a hook is exposed. They will bite anyway. If they think they got an easy meal, they'll take it. 10 times out of 10. And I'm kind of wondering what just moved this bait all the way down here. Wonder if I got something on here. No. Just some weird current action, I guess. Already got a bite. And I just cast it off that. I'm gonna let this little guy play until he's hungry. If he wants to take it, he'll take it. If it wasn't just a 1-2 pop and he's already got my bait, which can happen. It will happen from time to time. This one's probably clean. Got that bite almost immediately, and when I didn't do anything else, it's clean. No, it's not. What the heck? He ran it into the dirt. That's weird. That was some atrocious luck all of a sudden. The great many things. I'll try and cast this out a good ways in front of me. But the current is starting to move a little bit, so... leave this rod in my hand. There's a little life. Set that one. So there was another catfish that was half-assing it. Kind of glad that I dodged that particular little dollop of rain. These little peckers. Yep, left just a nary a scrap. That one's getting tagged now. Let's see if that one wants it too. It's a better fish, and he's running down. All right, he's hooked. Yeah, I'll deal with you in a second, buddy. Let's get this one squared away. And man, he's running for the hills. He is way downstream already. Well, I'll deal with that here in a second. The speed that he went downstream, I'm willing to bet that's a pretty decent little fish. Where is he? Now he's under the boat. Where's he running to? He's running all over the darn place. So that's a pretty good sized one. I'll take it. I'll take it. Another grumpy blue kitty. All right. This one's kind of hard to hold. A little bit bigger. But still got the circle hook action, so we're good there. Pretty good little fish. Another good sized eater. But, like always, not keeping them, so another blue cat. Slightly bigger mouth than the channel cat, like I was saying before, so they're fun to catch. He just hit my boat. That's a solid thunk. Alright. So, this one's ready to go, so this one's going to go out. I'm going to unmangle this bunch of shenanigans he just messed us up with. We'll rebait and we'll get it back out there. Already, seriously? Whoa! That was a good hit. That was a real good hit. The way that caught and went limp, it almost looks like he may have taken my hook. I gotta check that. He almost took my whole darn rod. Well, they're getting active because the water's moving again. He did take my hook, darn it. He took my hook. Damn, that's just parted. So there's a good sized catfish out there now with a hook in his mouth. Darn it. The rest of the leader's okay though. No chafe whatsoever. It's that hook that nut just finally gave out. That sucks. Ouch. That is sharp. Well, there are things in here that have teeth as well, so. That sucks. That might have been a good, really good fish like last time. I hate losing fish like that. But these blue cats are very, very resilient. I did catch that one last time that still had a Z-Man cross-eyed swim jig stuck down his gullet. And he had no problem at all taking my bait and eating. I mean, that jig had been in there for a little while. I'm already getting hit. Already getting hit. There's already a brrrp. Gotta be kidding me. I think I'm already stripped clean. Nope, he didn't get me yet. There it is. I'm getting hit on both. Getting hit on both. Look at this. This is nuts. I think I got one. Yep, I got one. That's a good one. I'll deal with that second one here in a second. Double! Nice double. That's a little bit better fish. A little bit better fish. All right, we'll take it. And he was not acting like a big fish when he took that at all. I got him hooked in the gills. Well, he's already wrapped up back there. I don't want this guy to run. I don't feel like getting cut by my braid. Yep, these guys definitely turn on when that tide moves. Like no fooling, they turn on. No, stop it. Stop it. I'm trying to help you. Yep, gonna help him just like that. A good one. Good fish. Pretty fish. There you go. And I'm gonna deal with your buddy over here. Since you both decided to party at the same time. That was cool, regardless. This one's a littler one. And he wasn't too far out. Oh, channel cat. Channel cat. Whoa! Yep, see, and that's what happens. They just get a little bit in them, and then they pop right off. Line is good. I can actually reuse that little piece of chicken liver, which is what I'm going to do. And right back Audi 5000. I'll retie the other one real quick. Plunk. I usually prefer a little bit longer leader than this, but I don't feel like making a whole new one right now, so we're gonna make this work. I'm not too worried about these fish yanking as hard as some of the... Oh, there's a bite. Yeah, I get it, you're mad. I am too, that I had to retie. So we'll see what you are here momentarily. Get another dinky little chunkus of chicken liver out there, just to get something in the water. Yeah, nope, not getting anything in the water. Yep, blue cat. And it took my weight. What the hell? All right, we're back in action. Battery died right as I was mid-rant, so I don't know what you caught, but I was just ranting about the blue cats and what they eat and stuff like that. So if it did happen to get cut, I will add it back into another video, because you know, I'd like to learn more about these fish. I really do. I would like to learn a lot more. They are not native to this area, like I was saying in the last video. They are considered an invasive species. Obviously they are well sorted in this ecosystem now. They are not going anywhere. What in the world? Good grief, what was that? A little Gordo Carpo back there. Since I'm getting close, I'm going to put a big old glop on here. Close to the end of day. Maybe that'll get somebody's attention. That should at least get some scent in the water, if nothing else. If I get hit before I get this other bait on, I'm going to laugh. If that's all it took. Alright, I got 15 minutes. Was that a... No, it was a slime. That wasn't a kink or anything. I'm just going to clear this one off and put this one up. Here, wood duck. There we go. There we go. That's what I was waiting on. That's what I was waiting on. It's the big old chungus of a catfish. Yeah, this one's hooked good. This one is hooked good. Oh, don't tell me you can. Nope, he didn't come off. He's hooked good. Come on. It's not a great angle for me to reel this thing in. Not a big one, but man, he was not happy. All right, there's the last fish of the day, ladies and gentlemen. And it swallowed it. Darn it. Oh well. He's got some funky lipitis going on right there. That ain't good. Open up. Open up. Yeah, it's gone. So what we're going to do is we are going to give it the old nippy nip. And boink. There we go. And give that beautiful fish. I mean, look at the iridescent colors on it. I mean, some people consider them trash fish. You know, they are what they are. I think they're pretty fish. I think all fish are pretty, to be honest, except for maybe oyster toads. But yeah, another healthy little blue cat. That's a probably about 2 pounds. You know, I'm getting a whole bunch that are in that perfect eater size, because you know, you knock this little fillet off right there, it goes all the way to the tail. You're getting yourself 2 good solid sandwiches out of that one. But either way, that's a good fish. And that's the last one for the day. It's 7:48. Sunset is in about 20 minutes, so I got a good ways to get back there. But later, buddy. I ain't kissing you. You ugly. Look at that lipitis. Catfish with a herp. That ain't good. Anyway, later, bro. Oh, and then he ran right into the kayak. All right, so cleaning off of this. Just feed the rest. Donations to the fish gods. The rest of the stuff, the old rinsey rinse. And stow the garbage. You don't want to let that go anywhere. And we'll just about do it. All right, I am motoring my way back to the launch. The time's about 8 o'clock right now. Probably 6 or 7 minutes away from the launch. I mean, I can see it. It's over there. But at the speed of trolling motor, it's still going to take me a little while to get there, because it's kind of like a couple S-turns I got to get around to get back there. But that said, fantastic day. realized, wait a minute. I didn't actually do an intro today. Let's take care of that now. Hi there, how's it going? My name's Adam, this is Go To Outdoors, and I'm happy you partook of another one. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. But it's been a really good day. 9, 10 catfish landed? At least 5. Lost count, you know, it doesn't really matter too much. I lost count of the fish that I caught, but it was a good day. Nothing of real, excuse me, I'm more tired than I thought it was. Nothing of real big size, but they're fun. The little ones are still fun to scrap with. I still wish I knew what was taking my bait. Whether it's really, really tiny channel catfish, like aquarium-sized channel catfish, or eels or something else like that. I know there's eels in here, because I caught one last time. And they have really, really, really small mouths. I use like a number 2, number 4 hook to catch eels. But I really don't feel like targeting them specifically. That might be another episode coming up. I will think about, however, learning how to use like an eel pot or something else like that, because I want to catch some to salt to turn into blue crab bait for my collapsible traps. So yeah, just motoring my way back. I got some nice looking clouds to contend with up there. I don't really like the way those clouds look. I don't really like the way those clouds look. I don't like the way those clouds look either. But hopefully I'll be able to get everything loaded up and buttoned down before it starts opening up on me. But yeah, just a really, really good day. And thanks again for tagging along. I'm happy to bring you along on my adventures. But yeah, I'm still trying to learn how to do this whole kayak fishing gig, and I think I'm getting okay with it, but I'm not great at it yet. You know, I got a bunch of gear I'm still learning how to use. I still really need to get my sea legs. I want to learn how to stand and fish effectively from a kayak platform. Because I think with this stuff like back over here and all this wide bay with the arrowweed and lily pads and things like that, that's where the big snakehead's going to live. So no snakes today. I heard them blowing up. Very distinctive difference between that and a carp flipping on top, believe me. It's a lot more aggressive sounding. But yeah, so I got a few minutes left. I got to book it over to the ramp here. I'm going to get buttoned up. And that's about all I have for you today. So like I always say, thanks again for watching. Make sure you find a reason to smile today, and I'll catch you in the next one.